Welcome to this episode of Diaspora Scholars TV, where we bring you stories about the journeys of scholars and students who have left their motherland to come to the United States to pursue higher education and also to pursue their careers for the betterment of themselves, their families, and the countries they come from at large. So today I'm delighted to bring to you the story of Dr. James Omweri, who holds a PhD in chemistry in a specialty is radiochemistry. But before then, James was working in Kenya as a high school teacher. So James, where were you working in Kenya as a high school teacher?
So thank you for the question. I worked in Light Academy, Mombasa. I taught there for 3 years before transited to the government, and I worked with the Teacher Service Commission for 4 years.
So you are a high school teacher at Light Academy. Where in particular? You say in Mombasa?
Yes, in Mombasa, Nyali.
Nyali in Mombasa. So viewers, Mombasa is located at the coast of Mombasa. It's a tourist attraction.
I was very close to this the beach.
Oh, it was very close to the beach.
Yes.
Okay, and this school was teaching an international curriculum.
Yes, it was teaching the IGCSE system.
IGCSE system is a British curriculum, right?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Oh, so there you go. You leave that school, then you go to a government school, and you are employed by the Teacher Service Commission. So where were you teaching in Kenya?
Yes, so I transited to work with the government, and I went back home in Kisii, and I was employed at one school, very good school, St. John's Nyamagwa Boys High School, the School of Promise.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you taught, in Kisii again, your rural area or your home area. How long was that?
It was for a period of 4 years, I think from 2014 to 2017 December. So it was a period of 4 years.
2014 to 2017, 4 years. So it literally took students all the way from 9th grade to 12th grade. In Kenya, we say Form 1 to Form 4, right?
Yes, I have mentored many alumni of St. John's Nyamagwa Boys High School who are very successful in different fields right now. Yes.
Okay. Alumni of St. John's Nyamagwa?
Yes, St. John's Nyamagwa.
St. John's Nyamagwa Boys, your teacher is here, and right now he has a PhD in radiochemistry, from the University of Alabama, right?
Yes.
Right. So, okay. So now tell us, so how did you come to the U.S. then? I mean, you've told us you were a high school teacher. So how do you find yourself in the U.S.?
When I was in university, that's at Egerton, I had this passion of becoming a professor, and that's why I worked very hard, and I loved the science, especially the chemistry and physics, and I wanted to do that. After that, I wanted to get a scholarship and do further studies.
So you were at Egerton University. It's in Rift Valley Province, Nakuru County. Almost about 2 hours north of Nairobi, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Egerton, what did you study? You studied education. You said you were a teacher. So did you study education at Egerton?
Yes, so this is, I did Bachelor of Education Science with a specialty in physics and chemistry. So this is where we do educational courses, and then we do, if you are going to teach the two subjects you are going to teach. Yes.
Okay. So you say you wanted to be a professor, so you had become a teacher.
Yes.
Now you want to become a professor. So, how did you apply, to the University of Alabama?
Yeah.
What do you need? I mean, if you can advise somebody who wants to come to the University of Alabama or to study in the United States, what do you do, or what did you do?
Okay. So I tried to get scholarships in Kenya, but I was not successful. I applied to so many, but I was not given funding. So I decided to do online search to apply for scholarships. I have heard from a friend like you can get a scholarship and study in the US, and I started looking for scholarships, for master's scholarships, and so actually I did not go directly to University of Alabama at Birmingham. I came to Ohio, Youngstown State University.
Okay.
That is where I did my master's.
Oh, so you have a master's in chemistry.
I have a master's in chemistry in electroanalytical.
Electrical and analytical chemistry.
Yeah, electroanalytical chemistry.
Oh, electroanalytical chemistry.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah. So that's Youngstown University in Ohio.
Youngstown State.
Youngstown State.
Yes.
Youngstown State University.
Yes.
Oh, that is in Ohio, right?
It's in Ohio. Yeah.
Oh, so Ohio, I mean, again, it's in the Midwest. So you were there. How long was it?
So I was there for 2 years. We say 1 year and 18 months. So I finished my master's.
Okay. Yeah. What study do you? I mean, what was your research about? You talk about electroanalytical chemistry. Do you want to share a little bit of the study you did, or what was the study about? Yeah, so in simple language. I mean, yeah.
Okay, so I had a bias again towards analytical chemistry. So I worked with one professor who is an electrochemist, material science with a bias in electrochemistry. So in his research group, he assigned me a project working with synthesis of materials that can be used to store hydrogen gas in a solid state, which can be used as a fuel instead of the fossil fuels because of the climate effects.
So you are trying to figure out new approaches of coming up with, cells or batteries.
Yeah, so, hydrogen is very plenty and it's everywhere. So how can you store it in a solid state or in a form that can be used to fuel vehicles?
Oh, wow. That sounds novel because, I mean, to people's mind, hydrogen is some gas.
Yes.
Yeah, so trying to put it in solid state so that it can be used for future use. And I figure maybe for transportation, to make it transportation
that
easier.
was our major objective. Trying to create, to synthesize electrochemically lithium borohydride.
Oh, lithium borohydride.
Yeah. So if you just add water, gives out the hydrogen.
Oh, okay.
Gives out the hydrogen.
Oh, nice. Okay, interesting. Really, really cool. And then now you went to the University of Alabama for the PhD program, right?
Yeah, after my master's, I went to, I applied for PhD again, schools, and I was accepted at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. And this is where I also wanted to continue with analytical chemistry, but there were other options, including radiochemistry, and I was interested with one research group of Dr. Lapi, who she's working with production and the production of radioisotopes and the development of radiopharmaceuticals.
Oh, radiopharmaceuticals sounds something novel and quite useful, in this age where we are having, increase in cancer incidents. So that's a very novel idea and, worth developing further for sure. So, but tell me about graduate school. I mean, as an international student, because I'm sure our viewers in Africa, and elsewhere who want to come to the United States, want to know a little bit about graduate school in the U.S. How is it? Is it easy? I mean, what are the challenges you meet? Elements of culture shock, things like those. I mean, did you have a family? Things like those. Tell us a little bit about life in general in graduate school.
Oh, so it was a shock, a culture shock. So I came during in December, and there was a lot of snow. It was very cold. So
okay. And people talk about Kisii being cold.
No, it's not.
This is something else.
Yeah, there's something else. So it was very cold there. And then there is the shock of the state-of-the-art instruments when you go to the lab. And I mean, I'm not trying to say like Kenya, we don't have this, but it was a bit different here. It's hands-on. It's more hands-on compared to our system. So state-of-the-art instruments, you have ICPMS, you have GC, you have NMR. These are some of the things when we studied in Kenya, probably we used to see them as photographs. So they were here, you are given a sample, just analyze, because I was a graduate student now. So there was that challenge, but we have to overcome.
So trying to bridge the gap of, having learned it theoretically, and now it's a hands-on approach. You literally have to figure things, by yourself, right? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I had the spirit of the Kenyans.
You are the spirit of the Kenyans.
Yeah, I have to go back in the house at night and figure things out. So when I come back in the morning, I'm good.
Oh, wow. So it means you could burn the midnight oil trying to figure out, how to do these, techniques, how to use these instruments so that, during daylight, you are trying to bridge that knowledge gap and skill gap, But that wasn't easy. Did you have a family?
So, I do have a family. I have a family and 2 kids. And, they were in Kenya all along when I was doing my master's. When I was about to finish, they joined me.
Okay.
Yeah. So the family is here. I'm trying to finish my master's. But the good thing, my wife also came on F1. She also came to study at Youngstown State. Yeah, so she was going to school. We have kids. We are taking them to a school. I had a car by chance. So, trying to show her around.
So this is a family of 4, all who are students.
Yes.
In a foreign country, you mentioned of weather challenges. You mentioned about, I figure like if it's very cold, then, moving this, your family members from one school back home, etc. Trying to figure out all these things, at night. It sounds like pretty tough.
Yeah, it's very tough. But every time I used to remember Mosocho and how life was, I said, I can do it.
By Mosocho, you mean the village you came from?
The village I came from, the kind of life I was growing up with.
The tough life you went through during early childhood. Earlier on, you were telling me you were walking barefoot to school, and you wore your first shoe when you were, in grade 9. So all along, you walk to school, and like many other kids. That's quite an achievement, and congratulations for that, because now we can say, you are you have a PhD in chemistry, you're working in the corporate sector, the research organization. That's quite an achievement for sure. But again, so your family managed all that. And earlier on you said your wife came with the F1.
Yes.
By F1, you mean